Welcome to VCD 1430 2D Design Summer 2019. My name is Michael Kotis. I'm the instructor for the course, and I'd like to start out by just showing you around our course Blackboard site. So let's dig right in. When you first log into Blackboard and click on the link for our site, you'll be directed to the announcements page, and currently there are several important announcements. The first is a welcome announcement, and then there is an announcement with information about how to get Adobe Creative Cloud. As a student teacher edition, you are able to get a subscription to Creative Cloud for a discount over the regular price. There are some links here that you can explore to find out more information. We are going to be using Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop in the course, so it's essential that you have access to these software programs. There is also information about how to get Microsoft Office products for free, so as a credit student at Tri-C, you can get those at no cost. Once you've explored the content under announcements, the next thing I would recommend is go to the Start Here tab on the left-hand side, and then go ahead and click, and you will be directed to a link to this video. The next link in the table of contents is to the course syllabus. So when you click on that link, if you are in a browser that supports pop-ups, then it will open up in a new tab. If your browser is set to block pop-ups, that is okay, because it will open in the Blackboard tab. Either way, you can view the entire syllabus online. You can click on these items for the table of contents. All the links will work. You can also bookmark, print, or download the table of contents either in the Blackboard window or in a separate window. I'm going to the separate window because it's a little bit easier to see, and I want to just take a look at the schedule that we have this semester, and you'll notice that we have 8 weeks in the semester, and this is condensed from a regular semester. Normally this course goes for 16 weeks. So we are going to squeeze quite a bit into 8 weeks. I just want to recommend that you make sure that you schedule your time during the week. Do not wait till the last minute to start working on the assignments, because you're going to need a substantial amount of time each week to make sure that you complete the assignment successfully. Okay, so once you're finished with reviewing the syllabus, then there is a syllabus quiz that you can take online. If you click on this tab, you'll be taken to the quiz. Before you begin the quiz, though, I do recommend that you make sure you have the syllabus open in another tab so that you can go ahead and scroll through it to find the correct answers. The syllabus quiz is worth 10 points. All right, next is a tell us about yourself link. So this is in the discussion board. If we go to the discussion board, you can see that this week's discussions are available, and you can click on Tell Us About Yourself here as well. So in the Start Here tab, Tell Us About Yourself is just allowing you to take a shortcut to that same link without going to the discussion board. And so each week I will have a link to the discussion board items, and I'm going to go ahead and launch that discussion forum. And what we would need to do is to create a thread. Okay, and in this thread I'd like you to introduce yourself with your name, where you're from, 2 interesting things about yourself, what would you like to get out of the class, and optionally you can insert a picture of yourself or your pet in the text field. So you're going to type in this information and then insert a picture if you would like. I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself verbally. As I already mentioned, my name is Michael Kotis. I'm from Cleveland originally, and I grew up on the west side. Currently I live in Lakewood. 2 interesting things about myself. Well, I don't want to get too personal, but something kind of mildly interesting is that I'm left-handed. Maybe not all that interesting, but it's something. And then another thing is that I have a black cat. So you don't need to get overly personal if you don't want to. Something like that is fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and insert a picture. So I want to show you how to do that. There are a couple ways that you can add a picture or an image to a message in the discussion forum. One is to click on this Insert Edit Image button. Another way is to click on this Insert File button that looks like a paperclip. I do not want you to use the Insert File button because it will attach a file that we need to download before we can view it. I'd like you to use the Insert Edit Image button instead, which will allow the image to appear in the text field, and when we click on when we click on your thread, then we'll be able to just view it. If you don't see these tools, you may need to click on this double arrow button. Okay, so just click on that to reveal these tools if you don't see them. I'm going to go ahead and insert a picture of Nubbins. That's my black cat. So I have Nubbins saved to my desktop. And for the purposes of the forum, you don't need to put an image description or title. Let's go ahead and insert. Okay, and then if you want to resize this, then click and drag over the image, and then you can click on the little nodes and just drag that to be smaller. Okay. Oh, I need to provide a subject, so let's just say, I'll say hello. And then let's hit submit. Okay, and there's my new thread. We can click that to open. And there's my picture. So for you, you're going to have some text in there to answer the questions, and then if you want a picture, that's fine. All right, let's go back to start here. All right, so below that there's some information about me. There's information about accessibility. There's information about your student email and some cloud storage. So you do have access to storage through the cloud as a Tri-C student. There's some technical requirements and computer skills needed, and then netiquette, which is good manners, good behavior online. All right, so once you're done with start here, then there are some other things that you can explore. You can check your grades. There's some achievements that you can take a look at that you can earn. Under lessons, week 1 is what we're on right now. So if we click on week 1, there's a checklist of items that are due this week. So I'll have that every week that you can take a look at. Make sure you note the due dates. And then there's a table of contents here that you can click through. For a lot of assignments, I'll have some videos that you can take a look at, some tutorial videos that you can watch. And this week you're going to have 3 micro projects, mini projects that will help to prepare you for the larger projects. You've got 3 of those. Okay, so every week a new lesson will appear along the left-hand side, and you'll be able to access all the weeks through this tab. And then you've got some further resources below that. So if you need tech support, computer issues or internet issues or Blackboard issues, then this is where you want to go. And then suicide prevention and mental wellness. There is an app called Help Is Here. It's a mobile app that you can get either on Google or the Apple App Store. And I do recommend downloading that. That could be very useful. But there are some other help numbers here as well. And then student support services is for any other academic issue that you may have. Okay? So that's just a broad overview of our Blackboard site. And I look forward to meeting you in the threads, and I wish you a good semester, and I hope you have a great rest of the week. If you have questions, you're welcome to email me. There is a link to my email address on the first page of the syllabus and also in the announcements. So have a great week, and I'll see you soon.